All right, guys, let's just get right into it because Ford's Bronco is now electric. I've been waiting sorry? What do you mean? One sec. No, I'm looking at it right here. It's definitely a Bronco. It's got a Toyota logo, but yeah, like they crossed the Bronco and the Bronco Sport and made the electric Bronco. Ford had, oh man, this is awkward. I'm embarrassed. Oh man. Egg on my face. What the? Okay, so it's the Toyota Bronco. Oh, it's not even a Bronco at all. Okay. Sorry. So it actually looks like Toyota beat Ford to the Bronco EV. Let's take a look. So something's in the air because the second Ford Lightning is back in the news cycle with them closing the reservations and the ordering process coming out. Ford's getting all the headlines. Meanwhile, Toyota and GM, they are pissed. They're like, how do we take the news away? So news is popping up from everyone else to try to steal some headlines right now. But what's kind of a bummer is they're just like images. So we don't have a lot to go on. It's not really exciting. But what it means is if we thought 2022 was like a crazy EV truck year, 2023 is going to be absolutely insane. Let me just go off the top of my head real quick. Cybertruck's supposed to be fully available. Well, we'll see. Let's work down the Lightnings should be decently kind of reasonably like okay to find in 23. The new Silverado should be around. The GMC Hummer truck, GMC Sierra, which was just announced today, looks pretty cool actually. And then, that's just the main ones. Then let's think Rivian. Let's think, I can't believe I'm already up to 6 EV trucks all within the next 2 years, and there's so many more. I'm leaving off like some of the EV startups like Bollinger and like the Wolf guys. I kind of forget their name. Those are cool, but I don't see them. They're still a couple of years out, I think. Who am I missing? Oh, the new Toyota one might be a little longer, but we were just talking about it. I should remember that. So let's just say that's it. I know there's more. I know I'm forgetting. I'm sorry. I'm lazy. I'm not looking into it. But the fact that you might be able to buy like even 5 EV trucks in the year 2023 is going to be insane. Like, that's wild. Right now, we are all like in a hissy fit battle just to get the Lightning. And I bet most of us, it's just because it's the only available truck other than the Rivian. So, wow, we're about to be in a crazy awesome time. So let's talk about what I was getting to at the beginning. So obviously I knew that was a Toyota. I just, it's so funny how much it looks like a Bronco. Frankly, I think it'll be a smash hit. That thing looks sick. Like, I love what they did with that. It's like their sport mini SUV thing, they called it. Looks basically like a Bronco Sport, basically. And I love the color. I love everything they did with it. So, you know what? It also reminded me kind of the EV9 concept from Kia, which also looks pretty great. Something I wanted to... Toyota, basically, they announced... So Toyota came out with 15 future electric vehicles. That's both Toyota and Lexus. Some are part of each lineup. Most of these vehicles that they announced honestly may never even see the light of day, even though how cool, it's just marketing. It really is. It's kind of a shame. I have a big problem with concepts overall. They give us these cool looking, awesome cars and trucks and vehicles that, like, I think 10% come out, and when they do come out, they look nothing like it. Like, I hate the idea of concept cars. Like, I love the innovation part of it, but I don't know. Don't like come out with like this thing and like pretend like you're really gonna make it. Like, I don't know. Doesn't it bug you guys? It really. The more I've gotten into the EV space, really, like everyone's doing these like EV concepts, and it's like, yeah, we're making it, but in 10 years, and it's going to have wings, and it's going to spit flames, and it's going to, oh, did we mention unlimited coffee? You push a button and you just fill up a cup, and it just always has coffee no matter what. And if you're hungry, grills you steaks. Friggin' awesome. All these concept cars, I think I just don't get excited for them anymore. There's a couple I really like. Like, I know I just talked about the EV9. I love it, mostly because there's not a large SUV in the EV space right now. And the first one to come out with something really cool at an affordable price, which I think Kia could do, it's really going to sweep it up. Like, again, you have the Model X, but I can't afford a Model X, and honestly, I don't really like it as an SUV. I love it as like a vehicle overall, but like I don't think it like checks the traditional SUV boxes really. So, just one man's opinion, of course. So yeah, the other thing is GM. I wanted to talk about for a second. Speaking of crazy batteries, the Ultium batteries and their new Ultium skateboard deck or whatever, it's fine. It's cool. I love it. The GM Hummer looks amazing. I'm really excited to see it. I think it's, again, the non-truck version, it's filling a space that hasn't really existed in the market of like a big SUV EV. They're again, I think they're a rarity. It's interesting how we started with mostly EV sedans, then everyone made a like crossover SUV sort of deal, like the Mach-E, of course, the Model Y, basically. Model Y is a little bigger, which is cool. What else? Like all these new ones popping up, the ID4. Oh, the new Ioniq 5. They all look great, and they're all filling this like mid-size SUV space. And then I thought for sure the next step would be full-size SUV, like some big SUV EVs. And instead we skipped to trucks, which I thought would kind of be last. And I don't know if it was the Cybertruck that kind of sparked this, but it made Ford put the F-150 front and center. And I think it's making GM and some of these other companies come out of the woodworks with their EV trucks before anything else. Like think about this for a second. If you were GM, the Hummer was a good marketing EV move because they took one of those classic names, they revitalized it, it's great PR, and they made it look cool. So that makes total sense. And then they have the Bolt right now, and that's fine. Cadillac has the Lyriq, and that's basically all they have right now. And what I would think is they would also join like the mid crossover, and I guess the Lyriq counts, but GM, they've always been like the heartland. They're going after Joe Schmo every day. So the Equinox, for instance, I think is one of their best selling cars. Like I feel like they would make it EV Equinox next, because that would be like I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know the market, but long story short, I feel like that would have been their next move. However, the EV truck race has just been going crazy. I think they streamlined the Sierra that just popped up. That's kind of what sparked this whole video, actually, and the Silverado. So they're now all in on that. Meanwhile, we haven't heard much. I think they do have a mid-size SUV in the works soon. But it's really not making headlines as much as these trucks are. All this to say is it's surprising. It's kind of cool. I know this video is a little more commentary than like hard-hitting news, but sometimes I like to just chat about what's going on. So the other thing that's actually really important to mention is an update on the tax credit. So it's been the highlight of basically every other video I do here, so it's worth bringing up that Joe Biden recently met with Manchin to try to, have him budge. He's a holdout still to get the Build Back Better passed. And to catch you up, the new EV tax credit is a part of that larger bill. Whether it's good or bad, it's just the way it is. So their original goal was actually to pass it by Christmas time. That is looking like it is not happening. and in fact will not pass until maybe into next year. What does that mean for the EV tax credit? Well, the most important thing is that it's written in the tax credit that this bill will not be retroactive, and it will either kick in. So like, let's say they passed it today, then it would kick in the 1st. But since it's not going to be, well, likely not going to be passed before the 1st, it will then not kick in until it's passed. Now, that's important, especially if you've been like a Tesla buyer holding out for the tax credit, because, of course, the tax credit reinstates Tesla, making them eligible again for the tax credit. GM buyers as well. Ford buyers, I mean, really, there's not much to worry about because they're still eligible, I believe. Anyway, well, it's not looking like there's a finish line, unfortunately. So the field goal post just got pushed back even further. So I'm not going to get into the gory details of the tax credit. Hopefully we'll get more details. You know, the good side of this is that there hasn't been any official changes to the structure of the EV tax credit. So it remains the same. In short, just a quick reminder, it is $12,500 for cars and trucks built in America by the union and using USA-made batteries. So that's to qualify for the entire thing. It then goes down from there. You lose $500 if the batteries are not made in the U.S. You lose $4,500 if the car is not assembled by a union in the U.S. And, you know, it then goes down from battery size too, down all the way down to like 4,000 or something like that. So it tiers up or tiers down, whatever way you want to look at it, depending on those qualifications. So knowing all that, you know, it's actually, it could be a little bit, but the way it's written is that it will be 10 years of tax credit once it finally passes. So it seems like we're waiting a long time now, but once it's, you know, hopefully passed, even if it's not part of the Build Back Better, maybe they'll kind of take it out and make it its own thing down the road. There was, you know, plenty of different versions of it. So while things might not look optimistic to have it passing soon, you can almost bet that there will be some sort of EV tax credit within the next year. Hopefully a lot shorter than that. But basically, the whole reason I bring this up is it's not happening anytime soon. Anyways, that's all I have. I think, you know, we didn't really get any hard-hitting news from this stuff. It was just some really cool things that I've seen, and I just kind of wanted to talk about them. So hopefully this loosey-goosey format of me kind of just talking didn't make you go crazy. I'll get back into some more hard-hitting journalism when it's there. But for now, I just kind of wanted to share what I've been reading and some really cool things that are right around the corner. So last, but certainly not least, your boy just got scheduled, and he got your boy. Well, who am I? Okay. I'm officially getting my Tesla Model Y a week from today. So I got my VIN number. I got my date. It's all the financial stuff's figured out. So can't wait. I'm so excited I'm getting that. And I also can't wait to get rid of it for the Ford Lightning. So stay tuned for all that. Subscribe, hang out, push every button on this page, and I will see you guys later.